goddess in the audience, Mother Jaguar. You want to share something about your experience? You've been in pranic processes since 3 years ago with us, so you're a long time runner on this. I would love to know what you've experienced and how did you choose to join again?
Good morning, everyone, or good day. So happy to be here. How did I join? How did I choose to join again? That's incredible. So what happened today, I woke up as usual and I wanted to go with my usual routine. However, I felt like nothing was sort of calling, not qigong, not stretching. And as never, or not usually, I checked my phone
You.
and I saw your message. And I'm like, oh, that's the thing I should do today.
We always have our team of support notifying you telepathically if something is not observed.
Yes. And then the cool thing was the time was 4:04. So it was 4 a.m. 4 minutes after. So it was just like, oh,
You're just on time. You were just on time.
Yes.
And you've had processes before. Did you have any good experience with it that you would like to share, or anything that you would like to share on this?
So what I experienced in my life, at some point of my life, my body just started to eliminate food, and then I experienced some amount of days just on water, and that was really surprising to me because I wasn't fasting much before, or I wasn't, that's actually what I was thinking. But now with the knowledge, when I started actually learning about my body from dear Cristiana, you, and 𝗘𝗹𝘁𝗁𝘁𝗶𝘆 and other wonderful people, I realized that spontaneous awakening, how I was calling, wasn't that spontaneous. I actually was improving my lifestyle since 2002, little by little, step by step, applying every day either little stretches or eliminating certain type of food, and observing my body, how it's working, because of I was single mom without the insurance, and then I really needed to be healthy and improve my and my kids life that way. So what you said about capacity of producing that energy, that our body is actually producing energy while using movement, this is absolute true, because of I experienced that after that, what I'm calling spontaneous awakening. It was 54 days. I ran 5K with my daughter without any preparation. And
5 kilometers.
So 5K is, yes.
Great.
That was like
without eating, right?
Without eating, only on liquid.
Okay.
Only on water. It was only water, 54 days. And then I felt energized and happy. And then since then, I was, my body is staying mostly on liquids. So today I have already discovered, listening to you, that I also do experience the energy from other people. And this is when sometimes I'm pulled to eat something.
Yeah.
And so it's very comforting to know now that's the case, because I don't really feel, Yeah, and chocolate is my favorite. Chocolate.
So chocolate, yeah, I know. Always when I have sessions with you, I feel drawn to chocolate. But knowing your energy and knowing that it's you and it's not me, I don't take it.
And
Go ahead.
sorry to interrupt you, but it's making me a little sad and happy. You
Mm.
know, the fact that I am actually learning how to take a pleasure in my life, how to pleasure myself
Yeah.
all the time, every minute, and every single day. And the chocolate fades away a little bit. So that's also like, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I've been having a really good time with that chocolate.
Yeah, well, actually, about the chocolate, now that you're bringing it up and now that we're talking about pleasure, it's actually very interesting that people have been interviewed and have been asked, because chocolate is a big thing, right, for everybody. And they've been asked what they would prefer, to be intimate with a partner and have pleasure, or have chocolate. And a big percentage, more than 50%, especially in women, have chosen chocolate. I
I
mean,
would,
I love chocolate, but that's concerning. So I've been having tantra workshops with you since many years, and the workshops on intimacy and the talks that we're having, and we've talked about how important pleasure is in day-to-day life. And we're not talking just about physical pleasure, but in general, the capacity to bring joy to your life, in general. And some people just don't give that to themselves. Some people just do work, 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 tasks, achievement, 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 and then frustration backlashes in food intake, especially sweets, especially chocolate, or whatever is burdening the body. Now, chocolate for me is just something I'm giving myself permission to enjoy. I have several types of drinks that are based on cocoa, and I do very often the traditional, the ceremonial cocoa, that is for releasing emotions, for connecting to our sensuality, femininity, and connecting to Mother Earth and the root chakra. That's something I'm doing frequently with the ecstatic dance. But it's not something that is a compulsion. It's something that I'm using, self-mastery. And I want to also refer to something that you were saying, because we are now using a lot of liquid foods, and we're enjoying it. You've just purchased yesterday or recently the things that we were recommending from the your super, the links that we have placed recently. And I'm curious to know, how are they tasting, and how are you feeling with them?
great
Because
question.
you're the first one to have, because you've worked with us for a long time now, you're the first one to have tried that. We haven't been talking to anyone else in this program who have tried them already.
I'm delighted to share that when I opened the link first, when you sent me the link to check what that is, I was really happy to find out.
Uh-huh.
Actually, this is in the form of lattes,
Yes.
which I've been for a while really, really like loving to experience, like, golden milk and matcha and
Yeah.
stuff like really
Chaga
like
also you're drinking very
Chicago,
often.
yes, especially because I live in Chicago and the climate here is, yeah, it was really, the last winter was really,
It's cold, yes, very cold
yes,
there. I
yes.
heard that.
So
Yeah.
those hot drinks were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the link, I was just like really happy to find out there'll be, I can expand sort of, and I do have a testimony.
Yeah.
So I can't say herbs are working, but I really want to say 100% I felt your energy behind it.
Well, what's a girl to do? Sometimes we do that. We can charge certain products with specific energy, especially for our dear ones. You know, because you just love them and want to have the best of that food or whatever they are receiving. I'm glad that you felt it. So
Thank you
yeah,
so
go ahead.
Yeah, that was very beautiful energy you put behind it, and then everything I needed. You know, I felt really energized, very loved, pampered, and yeah, uplifted. Like it's impossible all herbs are worked that fast, you know.
Well,
Like,
I'm just grateful that you can notice these things, you know, because sometimes we don't even do it on purpose. But when somebody needs a little extra energy or they need a little boost, uh, just by intention and by the love we send, because we are intending that all people in our group, in our community, are healthy and happy, we just charge certain products that we send. Even if we don't send it, I don't send it from my home, right? You've received it from some office in England or somewhere else, but it has been my intention that this benefits you as much as possible, because I offered that recommendation. So that product, yes, is blessed somehow with the energy that we are working with, just because we've set the intention to, so that you have the best of it. And you can actually do that with your food as well. You know, when you eat or drink something, before putting it in your body, you set the intention, and you can do it long distance for other people as well. Just set the intention that that product is the best energy for you. I was doing this after my first darkroom retreat. I was doing this with the food that I was using. And I'm going to tell you a trick now that's really important. With the food that I was using, mostly liquid food, after the darkroom retreat that I had in 2013, I was always saying that blessing the food to be divine light. You know, I was saying that this food should be divine light, and that I'm eating divine light. After a while, you know what happened? Yes, my energy was really, really high, very high, but it was very hard for me to be an earthling. I was no longer having the energy of an earthling, of a person that's living on earth. You know, sometimes I was being transparent or invisible. My body would change very much with that specific intention. So I was no longer taking energy from earth elements. Very, very weird thing that I'm saying now, but I'm telling you it's true. So just I'm warning people about how you're intending your food to be, because sometimes you can make shifts to your food that are not necessarily the best. So I was shifting my food into something that was not from earth. It was divine light, right? And my body was becoming that. And there was trouble for me staying here, really, and be visible for others or meet others and so on. This is true truth. Up to 2014, when I realized what I was doing. So I was asking, what's happening to my body? Why is it so discombobulating? It was feeling not as a physical body, but as waves of energy that were really sometimes physical, sometimes really not physical at all. I was moving through people that wouldn't see me and so on. What I received as an answer when I asked for it was that, well, you're asking for your food to be light. So you're actually transforming it into light, but your physical body doesn't know. You haven't educated your body to materialize that and still stay physical. So it's becoming what you're eating. So before you train your body to fully materialize and know that light is still physical, it can become physical, you need to shift the energy of your food into something else. You don't do it all light. You have to say that your food be purified and transformed into the best energy for you, whatever that is. Not necessarily divine light, because you might not need just divine light. You might need something physical. You might need a certain element, like, for example, calcium or magnesium or whatever is of earth, you know, so that you preserve your physical material aspect. That's very powerful. What I'm saying now, it will be challenging for certain minds, but still for you, I know it's important, so I'm saying it. So I've shifted the way I bless my food since then. So now when I bless, when I take something, a cup of tea or whatever I'm taking, even with the solid food especially, I just ask that it's transformed in the best, most beneficial energy for me now. I ask the divine to purify it and transform it in the best, most beneficial energy for me now, whatever that is. If it has to be solid and very dense so that my body is really like grounded like that, I will just accept that energy, whatever it needs to be. But in this way, you can eat chocolate and still have prana, you know, but you transform it. You can actually transform material things into whatever is best for you. And you, Mother Jaguar, have experienced that with the products that you just received. They just became whatever was best for you and still have the energy of what's in them, you know, maca, guarana, you know, the products that they put, the roots and the plants that they put in those mixes, you know. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, yesterday we had a workshop about how to upgrade your physical energy of your human body. And we talked about the supplements and superfoods. And we've shared some links of some superfoods that I prefer, that I'm using, you know, made of roots and fruits and seeds. The links are in bio on Instagram. And I've recommended the Superwoman bundle for women, of course, the Healthy Gut bundle, the Detox bundle, and the Immunity bundle. That's the packages that I've recommended according to what you need. You know, if you need to detox, you take one. If you need to have a healthier gut, you have gut leaking or sensitive gut, you use the other. If you need immunity boost, you use the other, or you can take all three of them. And the Superwoman bundle is especially for regulating women's cycle and hormonal balance and all that stuff, PMS, menstrual pain and all that, you know, and ovaries and uterus and all that. It's powering up all those areas. I'm placing again the links for the Facebook viewers. But the thing is that with those products, some of my clients also received some good mama love energy. And I'm happy that you were able to feel it. Okay, which one did you take, Beta? Which was the one that you loved?
I actually tried all of them. I actually already tried all of them, and then I also mixed some of them together.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I also use on my own some other mushrooms.
Yeah, some other blends.
So I play with it already a little bit, but all of them are really, really good. And then one more thing I would like to say, on the top of reading the energy, your energy behind all of it, the another cool experience of it is that actually I know now how that feels, because as a mom, I've been cooking for my kids with intentions, you know, and just like watching them grow. But now I can tell how that feels from the other side when you receive it, being a recipient. Incredible. So thank you for that.
Welcome. Oh, well, it's yeah, exactly what I said. I said it intuitively because I didn't set a specific intention, but it's the energy of Mama Love, exactly. I feel that now more than ever, people need this gentle, feminine, loving energy. And it can be the most nourishing thing on earth for some. And more than the product itself, people need, you know, to tune into the energy. For example, the energy of detox, or the energy of gut health, or the energy of feminine power, you know, and so on. So that energy was behind the products that we have recommended or that you have received. I was asking which one of the bundles did you order? You know,
Oh,
the Superwoman or the Detox or the Gut Health, or which one was it?
I've got Superwoman and I've got gut health on the side. So I have this moon rose, I think, drink. Yeah, the super mushroom bundle with
Yeah. Wow. You knocked yourself. You you really knocked yourself out with the products. You wanted to have them all. Well, that's the energy of loving yourself. I love that. Good for you. I congratulate you, and really I admire the way over the years you have embodied this self-love with also self-giving. I mean, you give to yourself the stuff that you probably didn't give so much before. And now you're not only learning to do it, but you're becoming a master at doing this.
Thank you. Thank you for
I'm gonna try next. I'm trying some of the products of the Superwoman bundle, and I want to try next the gut health, because that's also something that I'm preparing daily, and I'm telling you also about it. I'm preparing daily a mix of pineapple, ginger, mango, paprika and chili, which is optional. And I might add some of the Superwoman bundle products. This is daily in my diet as a smoothie. But what I've noticed is that they've created the same mix for the gut health. And it means I can take it in my travel bag and put it in a water and have that smoothie or juice, even in the places where I cannot, you know, plug in my blender and cut the fruits and blend it together with water and so on. So it's the easier way of doing it, for example, in a plane or on an airport, or when I'm traveling in some remote area on a mountain and I'm wanting a drink, you know, that is nutritious. So I can do that. And I'm gonna, just today, I'm gonna order that, because this gut package, gut health package is new and I haven't tried it before. And I'm glad I discovered them. So I'm super happy to recommend them to everyone. Okay, we're coming closer to the meditation time. But before that, is there anything you would like to add or ask? Also, one last question for Mother Jaguar, and of course, if Valia wants to say, what would be your main take, your main, you know, beautiful thing or stuff that you've experienced with the pranic process that you've had with me so far? Because you probably had many with many other teachers, but what would be the main thing that you've benefited from this specific pranic process?
I'm learning everything from you. Everything is coming from you as a health from the greatest mother ever, you know? So this is laying down in my heart in different position. This is why maybe certain things I already heard, but coming in from you, it brings more richness and different type of abundance. And it is given, like I said, as a from the heart of the greatest mother. So that means my feminine side got healed, started become alive since I've got to know you. So that's the biggest one I'm taking away.
Wow. That has brought tears to my eyes. I wasn't expecting that. You're the sweetest of all. You know, I always am surprised by your kindness. Thank you so much. Valia, if you want to add anything as well, or, you know, we've already understood, but whatever you want to add from this process, and we'll also ask at the end, but just to take some feedback.
I am perhaps not yet conscious about all the let's say elements or the benefits that are here. I'm sure there are a lot. I'm very sure. So one thing I get from you is the certainty that there is something ongoing. So I'm sure. And everything you have been sharing with us is, of course, some things are new to me, to us, perhaps, and many things is confirmation that I am on the right way. I'm figuring it out in the right way. So yeah, I'm confident that I'm confident. So yeah, I don't know how else to express it, but yeah, it's a level of confidence, and this of course corrects already a lot of emotions, the state of mind, and the way you are, and you live your life, your everyday life. So thank you already, and in advance.
Yeah, thanks
Well,
a lot.
in advance, nothing is future, past, or
Yes, absolutely. That's so sweet.
thank you.
That's sweet. Well, we'll get to know each other better, of course, over time, and in this process, we're still evolving with it. For the ones that don't know, this is, you know, this is the public process where you are with everyone else and you are in a team. And there's also the private process that you can have with us, which is the individual sessions 101, where you go deeper, and Mother Jagra has been with us. It's the third one, I think, or so. Not because there's so many issues to resolve, but there's so much deeper that you can actually go. And there's so much wider that you can expand. And people are just coming back to it and diving deeper into it every month or so, because they just discover new layers of themselves, of their own awesomeness, you know. And that process is also available. It's 7 meetings. We meet once a week usually. We let the other energy settle, and we just enjoy discovering new and new beautiful things about the person's capacities, abilities, things to heal also, as Mother Jagra was saying. And we remove the trauma and the bad memories from the cells and from the energy body that are keeping a person from being at its awesomeness and at its best, and encompass more prana and more free energy and move it through their bodies. So that's what we're doing in the online, in the one-on-one sessions. So that's also available. Okay, thanks so much. I mean, the feedback has been amazing. I just love sometimes asking people how they feel with these meetings. I have confidence in what's happening because I'm always streaming the information. But it gives me an extra boost of confidence to know that it's well perceived and well received, and that the right people are coming that are open to actually, you know, understand, encompass, and feel what we are about here. I always ask to, you know, the universe to bring me the right ones, and most people are just coming through complete synchronistic happenings that have nothing to do with their mind. When their mind is kicking in, they might get distracted. But in case of Valia and Beta today, and there's another person or two or three other people that are completely landed here synchronistically and without knowing much about stuff, they just felt that they should join. And that's when I know they're the right ones, because they're not listening to their minds a lot, and they're not requesting a lot of mind information of why, how, why should I do this, and what if I don't do this, and why should I not postpone it for like 5 years later, and so on. We just enjoy that. For the ones who want to join the whole thing, there's a link in bio on Insta, there's a link in the comments on Facebook, and for the one, and you can join the full thing with all the meditations and 8 meetings, each one 1 hour, 1.5 hours per day. You can type yes in the comments and make the payments later. And for the ones on Zoom and the ones who have asked, yes, I will send the links for the superfoods that we recommended on the public group, the WhatsApp group that is connected to this process. So you'll have all the links there, and you can then you know, click on them. And if you put the Soul Healing 15 at the end of your order, I believe they give you a 50% discount. But that's a code that I received for myself, and then I'm sharing with everyone in my community because, you know, I love you and you can have a discount too. Okay, so let's prepare for the meditation now. Are we ready?